guys, DC, back with another video. And as you can see from the title, today's video, I'm going to be doing something I've never done before on my channel. I'm going to be doing, well, right now it's 3 a.m. It's 3 a.m. I'm recording this at 3 a.m. And I am going to be reading the origin of Halloween. This was just a cool idea I thought of because I really love Halloween, and why not? And the twist is I'm gonna post this at 3 a.m. I'm recording it. I mean, I don't know. It's not like some devilish thing. Like, oh, don't post this at 3 a.m. It's just like, I feel like it's unique because, like, I won't post this during the day, but at 3 a.m. I just think it's, like, you know, kind of cool. But if everything I say is not accurate, I'm reading off of something. I will put all the sources in the description. I'm not claiming any of this is mine. I'm just simply reading it for tingles. I feel like the camera's like really. Sorry guys. 1 second. Oh my god, this is like not a good way to start the video. Okay. So first we got the origin. In the 8th century, Pope Gregory III designated November 1st as the time to honor All Saints, soon All Saints' Day. What the day was referred to at the time had some of the traditions of Samaya, and the evening, I probably said that wrong, and the evening before November 1st was well known as All Hallows Eve, and then later it was referred to as Halloween. Now we have Halloween's original purpose. The original purpose of Halloween, or Samhain, I'm saying that wrong, Samhain, as it was known, was to ward off ghosts, and later was changed to a day to worship as saints. This happened in the 8th century, and the guy that made it his name happened to be Pope Gregory III. Soon after that, Saint Day sort of mixed with Samhain, and the night before was called All Hallows Eve, which turned into, I read that one already. Next one is how it got its name. How Halloween got its name. Halloween wasn't always called Halloween. In fact, it started with the ancient Celtic festival of Samhain. In this festival, people would light bonfires and wear costumes to scare off ghosts. In the 800s, Pope Gregory III made November 1st Saints' Day. Before Saints' Day was Hallows Eve, which was evolved into Halloween. The traditions changed over time and turned into what we know today as trick-or-treating. 2,000 years ago, the Celts, who mostly in the area that is now Ireland, the United Kingdom, and northern France, they celebrated their new year on November 1st. This is because the day marked the end of summer, the harvest, and the beginning of winter. This time of year was often associated with human death. The Celts believed that on the night before the new year, October 31st, the border between the world of the living and the dead become blurred. This is where they celebrated Samhain. I really am saying that wrong. I know I am. Costumes. Oh, 1 second. Sorry about that. I'm gonna have to edit this out, bro. Years ago. Nope, I already said that. Costumes. People who would wear costumes. People would wear costumes on more than just Halloween. holidays such as Valentine's Day, Easter, and New Year's. Old costumes for Halloween were focused on spooky themes rather than your new favorite Disney characters or an M&M. God, these are the common Halloween symbols. Soul cakes were made for wandering souls in early Britain and were usually a Christian tradition. Believed in purgatory and may still do. And it was known that in order to get out of purgatory, they must have people to offer prayers. If they got enough prayers, they go to heaven. So soul cakes were handed out as a prayer. Over time, children would go over door to door for a soul cake, which would eventually turn into what we know today as trick-or-treating. Black cats. Witches were known to feed or have cats as pets, also referred to as their familiars. They were not sometimes likely to be killed with their owner, or they were even sometimes often to be killed with their owner in witch trials. One piece of folklore says that a father and son threw rocks at a black cat who ran into a supposed witch's cottage. Later, they would see the same woman come out of her cottage limping. Jack-o'-lanterns. The jack-o'-lantern legend first started with a man named Stingy Jack who came to Americas during the potato famine. He was quite the trickster and fooled the devil into not taking his soul for 10 years. And then again, when he died, God didn't want Jack in heaven, so the devil sent him into darkness with a single coal, which he then put in a turnip. Legend says he still roams this earth. Irish children will put a piece of coal in a turnip to pay tribute to Jack. Different creatures of Jack's lantern would then be made all around the world, from turnips to beets to potatoes. American immigrants used native pumpkins to use as their lanterns, for they were perfect for the sake of tradition. How different religions celebrated Halloween. The way that different people and different religions celebrated Halloween are pretty different. I will be looking at two pretty much opposite religions: paganism and Christianity. First, I'm definitely probably saying this wrong too. Paganism is a term first used in the 4th century by early Christians for people in the Roman Empire who practiced polytheism. Paganism has now sprung off to some other religions, like Wicca, which is a form of witchcraft. Pagans celebrate Halloween by lighting a large bonfire in communion with the dead. Many modern pagans play music and dance, and these are often called witchers' balls, in proximity with Samhain. I'm still saying that word wrong. Christians took a whole different look at Halloween. Some say that it is not appropriate to celebrate the holiday because it is a dark and satanic holiday. Others say that it is just a light-hearted fun, but it is pretty much still undecided and up to the person. The first witch trial. For as long as I can remember, witches have been described with black, scraggly hair, green skin, warts, a long nose, and they rode brooms. This is simply not true. They are people just like us, but what the public thought of them was far from tame. One of the first recorded witches or witch hunts was in 1280. A woman named Dame Alice de Kitteler. She lived in Ireland. Things that made the public suspicious of her was that she outlived 4 husbands and other accusations like denying the Catholic faith, witchcraft and blasphemy, and running a brothel, and dismembering animals. In 1324, after Alice heard these accusations, she fled and instead of trying to get her, they turned to her servant, who then confessed to witchcraft and was burned at the stake. This witch hunt wasn't as big as the infamous Salem witch trials to come, but it was the start of a very tough road for witches. The history of trick-or-treating. Trick-or-treating, as we know today, is where you go door to door in your costumes to get candy from your neighbors on Halloween night. But how did it start? During Samhain, people would dress up in scary costumes to scare away unwanted spirits and leave plates of food to keep them at bay. Later in time, people would start dressing up as spirits and demons and perform a trick in exchange for food. Therefore, tricking for a treat. In the 9th century, poor folk would visit wealthier homes and receive soul cakes in exchange for their prayers for the homeowner's deceased loved ones. In Ireland and Scotland, children in costumes would sing a song or recite a poem instead to get their treat. Trick-or-treating in the U.S. As people immigrated to America during the potato famine, they brought their traditions. This helped popularize the holiday, especially with rowdy children. During the Great Depression, these tricks got way out of hand. Vandalism and acts of violence spiked. But when World War I hit, there was a sugar shortage, so this ruckus didn't last long. A few years after that, candy companies targeted their product toward the holiday, and it soon became a Western tradition. How does our community celebrate Halloween? Turn off all lights, get some snacks, and watch scary movies. We do it backwards in my neighborhood. The person going door to door hands out candy. I pass out candy before and after going trick-or-treating. My family makes stuffed shells and makes a plate for the loved ones we have lost. Me and my friends go to haunted houses and corn mazes and then go home and watch scary movies. We carve pumpkins while watching horror movies. Halloween traditions around the world. Let me see where my phone's at, sorry. Okay, Belgium. One of the traditional activities in Belgium is to light candles in memory of lost loved ones. They have a strong belief in, it's like cut off. France, although Halloween is not a traditional holiday and clashes with La Toussaint or All Saints Day, they do enjoy having parties and dressing up. China also does not directly celebrate Halloween. Instead, they celebrate Tangche, which is the feast of the hungry ghosts. Food and water are placed in front of photographs. They also light candles and have bonfires to let the dead roam around. Ireland, traditional Samhain. Ireland celebrates Halloween by carving turnips and putting a light in them to drive away Stingy's Jack spirit. They also have bonfires, a Celtic tradition. In America, children and adults dress up to go trick-or-treating or to themed parties, then finish the night by carving pumpkins and watching horror films. Mexico celebrates Day of the Dead on November 2nd to honor their deceased family members. They construct altars and decorate with photos, flowers, and food. And that is all to read. Well, guys, the camera just fell. Hopefully everything's good. But if you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like. I thought I'd try something new. If you didn't like it, let me know. I really want feedback on this. Even if it's like one comment saying trash, okay. But thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure to leave a like. I already said that. And honestly, this was kind of embarrassing just a little bit because I was like struggling to read it in some parts. But like I said, always give me feedback, and hopefully you guys enjoy this video, and I will see you guys in the next video. Adios, 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 adios.